Alright guys, I'm going to show you a video of how to get to the air cleaner on the Yamaha Rhino. A little bit of a process, but something needs to be done for general maintenance. Undo the seats. You gotta start off by removing the seats. Now these screws in here are something I added just to hold the center console better. I guess that wasn't very tight, but you gotta clean these things pretty good. As crazy as it is, but that's about one ride on the filter. It sucks up so much dirt. That's part of it. So we can turn this around here for you guys. If my camera here cooperate. I don't know, you guys, it's not wanting to switch to the other side. Let's see if we can get you a view. So this is the intake where it sets up. It collects quite a bit of dirt in here. But I actually have a sub under here and it looks like it kind of got a little bit muddy. I got a fresh air inlet over here which sucks fresh air, blows it into my belt system. Keeps this belt cool and then it blows it out fresh air here, and so it can kind of push fresh air into the air filter area. Kind of just keeps it from sucking so much dirt. Now I just did the valve cover gaskets on this. I had the video, but I don't know what I did. It got deleted and I can't find it. But this thing here is completely jetted out. I had the carburetors all jetted out. So she's pretty tuned. This thing here has the dual Muncie exhaust. I'm gonna show you guys. She's black and pink. I was gonna paint her, but I think I'm gonna keep it. Let's see if you guys can see under here. There's one. I wish I could get this camera to go the other direction. They're dual Muncies. Now I got Fox shocks for the rear. I need to put them on. I need to get to it, maybe make a video doing that one of these days. So the front of the Rhino, it's been converted over to dual batteries. And as you guys can tell, the front's completely set up with Fox shocks. And I do have the rears for it. And I also have a complete 3-inch billet long arm kit for it that I need to put on as well. I got Gorilla axles front and rear. Right now I'm still running the stock suspension. It actually isn't terribly too bad. And the front end's set up pretty nice. You guys can tell. She's got the 3 lights in the front. They're all green. A lot of people use amber to block out through the see through the dust. I find that the green actually works a lot better than the orange or yellow lights. Wish I could get this thing to turn around. We'll try this, see if I can get a better look over here. So this one has been converted over. I eliminated the manual fuel pump, so it is converted over to electric. I have a filter on the inlet and I have a filter on the return. But as you can tell, I have my electric fuel pumps here, but these carburetors take very low pressure. So in order to do that, you have to see here, right here, I put a T valve in. So the fuel pump comes up and it ties and it goes back into my carburetor. But on the bottom side of the T, it goes directly through and back and returns back into the tank. So when the float shut off, it just diverts it back through this and it doesn't allow you to overfuel. So if you're ever thinking about putting an electric fuel pump on a Rhino or small carbs, do a T with the return back to the tank. It solves all your overfueling problems. It's a huge thing for this. I mean, sorry guys, this thing was out running through some mud and I cleaned it, but it's still pretty dirty. So I also have billet steering wheel. I tore the speakers out right here because they were starting to crackle. I just got to get new ones. And then it has some crunch-filled audios down here. Now this thing does have, I'll show you guys over here, the big differences on this one that made a huge difference. I noticed performance-wise on the Rhino. Let's see. This guy right here unleashed the Rhino. I believe this is a stage 2 or stage 3. Basically just allows your RPMs to go a little higher than the stock. So originally this thing would do like about 35 mile an hour. After putting the stage 2, the exhaust and everything on it, she's doing about 53. A lot of people ask me constantly, like, why do you still run a Yamaha Rhino? Well, you know, the thing is if you ever rode a Rhino or drove a Rhino, and anybody that's ever driven this one, they always come back and be like, man, that thing is a blast. There's faster ones out there, you know, but this thing's been Old Faithful. She does pretty good. It climbs very, very well. It handles pretty good in the desert, even set up the way that it is set up right now. And, there will be future upgrades in the future. I just need to get everything put on it. I am going to be removing the sub and the back amp. Probably just run the radio. I don't know if you guys can tell. I have a doubled in the glove box. It's a pretty good sized glove box. I do have a rear camera for this radio. The problem is the mounting brackets, the way that it has to mount up. The camera portrays on the screen upside down. So I got to figure out a way to get that to flip. But I am going to be removing the sub, probably the amp. Just kind of helps eliminate some of the power issues. I don't have any, but I know it's got to be causing a lot of strain on the charging system in this. I do have the Garmin GPS plugged in over here. I don't really use it, not anymore. It is detachable, so you can pull it on and off if you wanted to. And then you guys can see behind here, back here, that's a GPS hub. It's a completely digital speedometer. It's very accurate. It works pretty good, and it's easy to read at night. You can see it pretty good. Lights up green. The dual battery setup on this was a huge thing. It helped out a lot. It's been a good machine. I mean, later down the road, I might get a newer one. But right now, I just keep this girl up and going and just have fun with her. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm thinking about repainting it. Leave in the comments if you think I should redo it the way that it is, or should I paint it a different color. Kind of, the pink's kind of grown on me. Originally got it, I was going to turn it green and black, but everybody's that knows the Rhino and sees the Rhino, they tell me to leave it pink. And she needs a little bit of work here and there. We'll get to some other videos of doing some other work. Now this one does not have a gas gauge. Some of your newer ones came out with fuel gauges in the tank. They're actually, I think they go right here, or they're over here on this side a little bit. This one does not, so, but it does have a little gauge right here that you can read in. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but it's there. This is aftermarket center console. Huge game changer. That thing is awesome, you guys. And then I also have the back seat that's added back here. She's getting a little sun faded. And as you can tell, we had a huge storm come through, and the whole inside of this thing's full of leaves. I run a fuel additive inside the gas tank. So basically a fuel stabilizer. It boosts up the octane and keeps the fuel stable for up to 6 months. So this thing here, typically I run 91 only, and then I put the additive in there and it bumps it up to about 101 octane. And that's all this thing's ever ran on since I've owned it, is about 101 octane. It runs cooler, seems to perform all right. Don't really have any issues with it. I actually just built a shift knob for this, because this one doesn't seem to stay tight. No matter what you do, or Loctite it or anything, it's always loose. I got a 3D printer, so I printed one with a little Punisher skull on the top. It's pretty cool. I actually need to get that in. This guy right here is a wireless winch in the front. 2,500-pound winch. It's built into the front bumper, so it's all wireless remote. That was a game changer. So much easier. I've only actually used a winch to pull somebody else out. I've never had this thing stuck. And I put it through some serious mud. As you guys can tell, it's all over the speaker. It was pretty deep. And it just goes right through it. Just like it wasn't even there. Yeah, it needs a bath. Maybe I should do a video on a detail and clean up underneath here, because now that I'm actually showing you guys this on the air filter, like looking under here and realizing that it's pretty dirty. I'm just starting out the channel, so trying to get new content out there for you guys. I know I post some other stuff on here about some of the stuff that I do for work, with the pools and stuff like that. I do handyman stuff, and then we do some pool repairs and painting and all that good stuff. I just try to post videos on there, you guys, just stuff that I do. Basically just to get some videos out there for you, just so it's not just one every once in a while. We're trying to figure out a way to get the channel to grow. I do have a trailer that I built for this thing. It's a custom built trailer. It's right there with a brother's tailgate sitting on it. It's actually a kit trailer that was put together, and we welded motorcycle ramps. Most of the trailer was pretty much put together when I got it. I just added some stuff on the front. I can actually show you guys. So I built the ramps. This part was pretty much put together when I got it. I added the little tie down straps, and then it was a tilt trailer. But I built these, and then there's one on the other side. The front tires sit up in the front of the trailer. And when you're pulling this thing behind the truck, you don't even know it's there. It sits up there in a nice tongue weight. It loads on pretty easy. Sometimes I don't even, when I unload it, I can just back off the trailer slowly. In the future, I'm debating on putting a 4-link setup on the trailer with air ride setup on it. So you just hit a little switch and go from there, and the trailer will drop down on the ground, and I won't have to pull ramps out or stick the ramps out anymore. And I think it'll be a lot easier. Let's see. Under that tailgate, these are the new rims and tires for the trailer. They are DOT approved, so they are highway rated. Should be a pretty good little setup. It's going to be a lot better than the skinny little ones that are on there. But that's pretty much going to do it for this video, you guys. Subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see on the channel. What other type of videos you want to see, and stuff that you want to see about the Rhino, or if you've got quads, and pretty much just trying to do whatever we can to get some views out here and get this channel up and going. I ain't trying to not have a day job. I do the videos for fun. I am trying to get the channel to grow though. And at some point it'd be nice, you know, just doing videos and off-roading and repairing on quads and side-by-sides and stuff that I actually truly enjoy doing. This thing actually has 29 914s on the front, and I believe it's 29 10s on the rear, and it handles pretty good with the 29-inch tires. But alrighty, you guys, thank you for watching my videos and helping me get this channel to grow. I appreciate it more than you guys will ever know.